resources. Good day to you, partner. I'm keen, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken cave.
Hey guys, we Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. In my last video, I think it was my last video. I haven't uploaded something since. I still want to finish off my Fire Golem video. I actually deleted the content about me doing hell, but I do have some early mapping content that I'll upload. I'm kind of bummed about deleting the hell run. It took me about 2 hours, but I was level 79 when I was done. So I was basically able to do a couple of things and then do a map. And I think Fire Golems Revives plus Max LR are a solid hell progression build. But that's not what we have here. What we have here is Dark Pact. I'm switching into it. And then there were a bunch of numbers at the bottom of the screen. Well, I'll bring them back up. My last video, someone brought up that my calculations were completely off. I apologize if I was using DPS incorrectly. Of course, I never actually meant damage per second. I'm not sure. For one, the game's at 25 frames per second. If you cast 3 curses and then DP, let's say you're at 125, that's like 40 frames. Anyways, you get what I'm trying to say. But whether I meant damage per second or damage per cast of DP it doesn't matter because I was wrong either way. You're supposed to times it by the amount of curses applied in the target. It's not just the damage bonus per curse. Now, how did we mess that up? I blame Fuzzy. I did originally, when I was looking at his video, say ×3, and he said, I don't know where are you getting this ×3 from? Regardless, that we were even talking about a different video. Sorry, it wasn't the one where he was doing 2 curse. He had to do 3 curse first. And anyways, we just had a brain fart with each other. That's all there is to it. You get a multiplier per curse. So if you have 4 curses on the target, yes, it works with DFS. The guy in the YouTube comments didn't believe it works with that, but they fixed that actually last season. It's even in the patch notes, and it was confirmed, so to speak, by Fuzzy earlier. Here's just a quick little representation of the damage doing Eldritch. I don't care if you don't like the test. It's not scientific. I'm not trying to pretend it's scientific, but you can get an idea. But there's obviously more going on to the damage than just the 10, 20, 30 bonus per curse. If you wanted to argue that the X3 curse could be affected by the radius, I definitely agree. But one of the times too, the radiuses shouldn't overlap quite as much to cause that to be an issue. Here's my gear real quickly. It's a little less budget than I wanted to, but I just kind of got what I had. So we have a shitty lidless, a shitty K-Jurgen, a pretty nice circlet actually for a budget circlet, like you can't go wrong. +3 circlet, shitty core, train gloves, shitty core, Ravenfrost with mana after each kill, a random belt that I found in my hell progression that I just kept the entire way. I actually finished hell with 81 res in every single stat, which is just awesome, dude. Like, bone armor felt so good. As you'll notice, I also put a lot of points in the energy and 1 point bone armor. I believe heavily on it. So here we got a little 1 curse. We're doing 10,000. Now we're going to do a 2 curse. Again, this is not scientific, but let's see. 22,000. In fact, I would agree. I think they were probably a slightly more clumped than the first one. I don't know. And here we're going to do a 3 curse, and they were probably less clumped than the second one, and definitely more damage. 10, 20, 30. Is it scientific? No. Does it seem like they're getting times per curse? I think so. Then I'm just going to show you how actually great it is just to farm content with. Like, 2 curse cast in the DP is 30 frames. That's really not that bad for LOD content. You're basically looking at only a couple of builds that are going to clear things as quickly. And remember, this gear isn't that good. So for budget, I don't even think a summoner would go as quick as this, to be honest. Bone would not be as quick either. Although with this level of gear, Bone would probably be pretty similar. Maybe I'll try and do a more true budget run at some point. Like, my keybinds I literally just created in this game, and I don't know them very well. And if we want to talk about my build, this is the build that I heavily believe in. It's going 20 DP, 20 CM, 20 decrep. Okay? From there, you're going to go and you're going to max revives, get 1-1, get all the skills you really need. That kind of sucks because basically you're not going to max out another curse, but you don't really need to max out another curse. Once you get a curse to 16 yards, it's good enough. So for instance, what I should have done is I shouldn't have maxed out the Decrepify completely. What I should have done is gotten its radius maxed, then gotten and maxed Weaken's radius. From that point on, putting more points in those skills doesn't have that much of an effect, because with all of your plus the curse skills, you're still going to have a lot of them. You really don't need that soft scaling. You just want the radius. And then at that point, you can start maximizing another curse radius. So trust me, that is just a mistake. When I make a new version of this build, I'll definitely correct that and just go for radius. And then probably, since I do want to run revives, I'll probably max lower resist. The other best option would be Iron Maiden, just because it's a very easy radius to maximize, and it also increases damage for DP by more than anything else. Now, I went with revives just because I heavily believe in them. I think they're super good, and when you get to the boss kill, I think you're going to see why. For some reason, I always end up losing this boss on this map. This is actually one of the maps I hate the most in this game, by the way, which is why I don't even finish it. I actually think this map is... I find it awful. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's just the terrain. I get like, my eyes get hurt looking at it for too long or something. Is there anything else you can do with this build budget and how you should build it? Oh yeah, I was changing my keybinds and a Thrasher was just wrecking me. Is there any other way you should build this? Well, a guy in chat was asking about carrying a group. If you're going to carry a group, then 1 point revive, 1 point IG, whatever is fine. But at that point, you're really going to want to just maximize 3 curse radiuses. So Decrepify, Weaken, and Iron Maiden. Again, we're carrying. We're not trying to help, so we're not getting curses as support. And then just pump the rest of the points into Iron Maiden. You probably aren't going to really need that extra damage, but I mean, the other curse you could get is if you are going to be running Dark Force Spawn, you could just start maxing out your 4th radius, which would probably be lower resist. That's just a solid curse. If you chose to do Amplify just based on your group composition, I doubt you're going to be running into Phys comps, although I actually think physical comps are underrated at this point in the game. Elemental is still by far the more common thing to run into. So there, I did a 3 curse cycle with a 2 curse DP and killed a nice little champ pack. It's like, the more you play this, I actually had a lot of fun doing this, because I felt like when I was choosing what to do, I could pick, like, are they weak monsters? Just do curses. Are they stronger? Do more curses. Are they tightly packed? Well, do less curses, because they're going to, blow up on top of each other. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this for a while, and like I said, I'll do one more of a higher refinement on this version of the build, and by no means do I think this is necessarily the best. There is one last thing I should touch on. I'm going to the boss, and I actually thought he already died, and I just could not find him. I don't know why, but I just feel like he just disappears so easily. Like, can you see him right now? I can't see him. Where is he? Where is he? He's standing in the fire. Okay, now I can see him. See, it's impossible to see. So, the last thing I'll say is witches, or succubuses from Act 5, can cast a curse. They will probably be in the speedrun version of this build, no matter how many points you are putting into revives, whether it's 1 or 20. Now, you're going to want to put a certain amount of points into it to increase the radius of their cast, but it's hard to say. It's basically... It's going to be hard to avoid them because a free curse cast is 10 frames. Skilla King out, guys. GG.
Play with us. Come and play with us, Daddy.